Hello everybody! Welcome to today's lesson in Aprendo en Casa. This is great to be back here at school, right? For one amazing lesson. I am teacher Jonnathan Elizondo, and as usual, I'm so happy to be here with you today. Now, before we start our class, I know our friend Paola has a great message for us regarding the major that you're going to choose and this amazing step that you're about to take when you decide to go to the university and what you want to do for the rest of your life. So let's watch Paola's video.
I hope you're doing fine. Today's video is going to be about my college experience. I know you guys are about to go to college and some of you might feel confused or even worried. So I thought it might be cool to tell you my story. During my last year of high school, I had to start thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. I bet some of you are thinking about that too. I asked myself, what can I study? Am I going to be good at it? Will I make friends? Will I find a job? What am I good at? Will my grades be good enough? And so many other doubts. But let me tell you, it's going to be just fine. When I understood what I wanted and began trusting myself, I knew that I was making the right decisions. I'm studying the career I love. I have friends. Looking back, I wish I had spent less time worrying and more time understanding what I liked, what I could do, and what I wanted my future to be like. Remember, your career and your future are your decisions. Choose wisely, but most importantly, listen to yourself. I know you can do it. That's it for now. See you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you very much, Paola, for that amazing message. I totally agree with you. I think when we start thinking about our future, we need to choose something that makes us happy because we're going to do that for the rest of our lives, right? Now, my question, are you ready for today's class? Yes? Do you think so? I have some questions for you, but before, I think I need a screen over here. Yes. So my question, number one, do you have all the required materials for today's class? Okay? Yes. Do you have a pen, a pencil, somewhere to write in, like your notebook, or maybe a telephone to take pictures? Second question, are you in a quiet place where you can focus? That is extremely important, right? And our third question, have you invited your family members to join in? Yes? Are you sure? Everybody's there? So we can start now, right? Okay, so I have these words for you. Look at all of these words that I have for you over here. So values, respect, equality, morals, trust. I'm going to move a little bit here so you can see philosophy, etiquette, fairness, criteria. What do all of these words have in common? Because these have to do with today's topic. Do you have an idea? So I see one of the words over here, values, okay? That is what we're going to be talking about in today's lesson, values, okay? But before, let's see what we have to do today. So today, we're going to extract specific information from a written text about the project Bricks to Bread. And we're going to distinguish facts from opinions in the text about bricks to bread. So what we're going to be doing is reading, right? We're going to be reading for the whole class. All right, now that we're ready, let's go to the classroom, okay? Now that we are in the classroom and we are ready to start, we know what we're going to be doing today. What I want to do now is to show you two pictures, okay? So look at this picture over here. Okay, you see some cement, you see bricks, you see some concrete, okay, construction materials. And look at this other one. You see bread. Yummy. I get hungry every time I see bread. Now, my question is, what do these have in common? Do you have an idea? Do you think they have something in common or they don't have anything in common? And what about showing you this picture? Look at that. You see the bricks, the cement, the concrete, everything over there, and you see the bread. Does it make sense now? So, we are going to be learning today about bricks to bread. Bricks to bread. Now, what is that? What comes to your mind when you see that phrase, bricks to bread? Maybe, yes, I hear you. Oh, yes, maybe it's a person who prepares an oven, like a brick oven, and then makes some bread, right, to sell. Or maybe it's a company or it's a family. Now, what does this have to do with values? Because we're going to be talking about values. So let me tell you that I want you to imagine that you just heard bricks to bread, and also in your school, your teacher told you about that you need to share with your classmates about some values that characterize Costa Ricans. So you went online, you went to the Tico Times website, and you find this article that talks about the Peace Corps. Now, Peace Corps volunteers are people, amazing people that come to the country and they help in other communities. Actually, let me tell you, Peace Corps volunteers help us at MEP a lot. They help in the Costa Rican education and they help in the different communities. So you decided to go online, you found an article, and you started, you need to extract some information and you need to distinguish between opinions and facts from the reading, okay? Because you want to share that in your class later with your teacher and classmates. So that's what we're going to be doing today, okay? Now, what I want you to do is that I'm going to show you the title of the reading. And here is the title. So the title says, Bricks to Bread, a Success Story. Can you think of the content by looking at the title? That is a good strategy, right? When we want to buy a book, we look at the title of the book, or we read an article, we look at the title and we say, I am interested or not. So what do you think this is going to be about? So maybe it's a person who makes bread in an oven made of bricks, and that is a success story, right? Now, before we actually go into the reading, it's really important for us to look at the vocabulary, okay? And for the vocabulary, we're going to be playing a very quick game with our lucky numbers. So I'm going to show you one word, and then you're going to see 3 other words, and you need to find the synonym. How are you going to do that? You're going to look at the synonym, or you're going to look at the word in context in one sentence. So let's see if you can guess the vocabulary correctly, the synonyms, okay? So let's do that. So we have the lucky numbers here, and let's see what our first lucky number is. So this one is number 6, and it's non-profit. So non-profit, what is the synonym? Lucrative, unlucrative, productive, and look at the example. Peace Corps is a non-profit organization. So what is it? Do you have the answer? It is unlucrative, right? Very good. Let's continue with the lucky numbers and let's see what our next lucky number is. Number 2, entrepreneur. Is that a founder, an employee, or an adversary? In the sentence, an advantage of being an entrepreneur is that you don't have a boss. So what is the synonym of entrepreneur? By looking at the word in context. That is a strategy we use in reading, right? It's founder. Very good. The founder is an entrepreneur. So you are an entrepreneur when you actually found a company. And let's see the next one, because we have many words that are going to be in our reading today. Number 8, sustainable. Is it green, invalid, or defective? So look at the example. Wind-generated electricity is sustainable. So what is the example? What is the synonym in that case? It is green. Very good. So we're talking about wind-generated electricity is green and it's sustainable. It helps the environment. Let's continue with the next number. Let's see what number we get over there. So this one is goods. So goods, what is the synonym? Services, people, or food? Look at the example. Rosquillas and bread are two goods produced in brick ovens. So what is it? Is it services, people, or food? I think it's food, right? Very good, excellent. Let's continue. Now we have one more number here. Let's see what is going to be the word, deserving. So deserving, no good, worth, or corrupt. Look at the example to guess the meaning in context. Good people are deserving of others' help. Deserving. That is, do you have the answer before I show it to you? Yes? Worth. Excellent. Okay, let's continue. And this time, what is the word that we have here? Rain or shine. So this is actually an idiomatic expression, rain or shine. Is it certainly, unclearly, or doubtly? Look at the example. We need to keep working, rain or shine. So we need to keep working, certainly, or we need to keep working uncertainly or doubtly. I think you have the answer, right? Certainly. So no matter what, we need to keep working. That is the idea with rain or shine, no matter what. And one more number. I think we have, this is the last one. Let's see. Accomplish. Accomplish, is it fail, achieve, or begin? If you work hard, you can accomplish your dreams. So you can fail your dreams, you can achieve your dreams, or you can begin your dreams. You can achieve your dreams. Excellent, very good job. And now, yes, we have the last one. Okay, this is the last one. And this one is give back. So give back is to remove, to take, or to return. Volunteering work is a way to give back to our society. Give back. So I think you have the answer, right? It is a way to return to our society. So to give something to our society in return for everything we have actually gotten from society, right? So now that we have the vocabulary, I told you that the story you found was on the Tico Times. I want to show you the original website, so for you to have an idea of what it looks like. Let's see that, and I'm going to explain it to you while you see it, okay? So let's look at the website. And there we have this week in the Peace Corps, Bricks to Bread, and you see all the different pictures and the story. So that is the story. And at the end, you see the volunteers from Peace Corps volunteers, okay? So now that we see where it was taken from, I am going to give you the first reading, or reading for the first time. Now, this reading for the first time, you will have to do something that is called skimming. You already know what skimming is, right? Yes? Okay? So you are going to be looking at the text very quickly. You don't have a lot of time, and you're going to try to get the main idea. That is what we do skimming for. It's just to get some general idea of the reading, okay? So I'm going to show you 3 different sentences, and you have to choose one that is the main idea of the text, okay? How many sentences am I going to show you? 3. And how many sentences do you have to choose? 1 sentence, right? So let's look at the sentences that we have here. Bricks and Bread is a project to build houses in Costa Rica. Is it a project to empower women entrepreneurs? Or is it an article about rural areas in Costa Rica? What is it? And for this, you're going to have some time set. You're going to have 30 seconds, okay? So before we go to that, let's see the questions one more time, or the sentences. Take a picture, write down some notes. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to look at the reading, and 30 seconds begin now. Time's up. Do you have the answers? And you see that there are some words in boldface. Those are the words that we studied previously in the lucky numbers section. So let's see if you got the correct answer, okay? Do you have the answers for that? You sure? Yes? Okay, let's see the answers. So we have those three ideas. What is bricks to bread? Is it A, B, or C? According to the reading, it is a project to empower women entrepreneurs. It's a project for women in Costa Rica, right? Very interesting story about bricks to bread. Okay, so now let me tell you that it's time for us to read for the second time. Now this time I have an activity of true and false. So you see here we have true or false. And these are the sentences that you will have to identify as true or false. So sentence number 1, Bricks to Bread is a non-profit organization. Is that true or false? Number 2, Brian is the founder of Bricks to Bread. Is that true or is that false? Maybe you know the answer already, but wait until you see the text, okay? Number 3, the ovens are built inside the house. Yes or no, true or false? Number 4, Daisy was the first woman to benefit from the program. What does the text say about that? Okay? And number 5, the project was carried out by volunteers and members of the community. So by people from outside and people from inside the community. Is that true or is that false? Now, since the reading is a little long, I divided it into 2. The first part, we're going to see only 3 questions. Question 1, question 2, and question 3. And the second part, we're going to look at questions 4 and 5. So you're going to see the reading, and you're going to see the questions as well, or the sentences. Now, what is it that you have to do? Think about it. You have to identify whether the sentences are true or false, right? So while you read, I'm going to help you. I'm going to read with you. Let's go there, and let's do the reading for the second time. This week in the Peace Course, Bricks to Bread, a success story. In July 2017, Peace Corps volunteers, Brian was introduced to Nancy Fitzsimmons Alvarado, a 1989 Peace Corps volunteer and the co-founder of the non-profit organization Bricks to Bread. Brian partnered up with Bricks to Bread with the hopes of bringing a great and delicious opportunity to his community. Their mission is to support Costa Rican women entrepreneurs develop a sustainable source of income for themselves and their families. The outdoor brick ovens are used to make and sell pizzas and fresh baked goods for each community. So you have the 3 sentences there. Are they true or false? Number 1, Bricks to Bread is a non-profit organization, and you can see that in the first paragraph. That is true. Number 2, Brian is the founder of Bricks to Bread. What do you think? Is that true or false? Look at the first sentence again. It says that he is a Peace Corps volunteer. So that is false. He's not the founder. And the ovens are built inside the house. True or false? You can look at the word outdoors somewhere over there. So that is false. Okay, do you have that? Now we're going to go to the second part of the reading with sentences number 4 and number 5. I'm going to continue reading for you. After almost a year, Brian and Nancy found a more than deserving person to be the organization's second ever oven recipient, Daisy. Every day, rain or shine, volunteers and local community members worked to make this family's dream a reality. All of their efforts helped make a real impact for a family and community in rural Costa Rica. If pictures could tell our story, this one says so much of what Bricks to Bread is meant to accomplish: build relationships and change lives. The ability to give back to human and help others fulfill their dreams is priceless. We are all changed and look forward to our next adventure, our next build, said Nancy Fitzsimmons Alvarado. So question number 4, or sentence number 4, is that true or false? Daisy was the first woman to benefit from the program. Do you have the answer? That is on the first paragraph in this slide. So it is false. Okay, it says that she was the second woman. Now, the project was carried out by volunteers and members of the community. Yes or no? What do you think? And that is actually in the second paragraph. Let me read it for you. It says, after all of their efforts helped to make an impact in the family and the community, and it also says, rain or shine, volunteers and local community members. So this one is true. Excellent. Okay? Very good. So now that we have actually gone over the text for the first and second time, we're going to move into analyzing the language of this text. And here, we're going to be identifying facts and opinions. Okay? Facts and opinions. Can you tell me what a fact is? How do you identify a fact in a text? So a fact usually contains numbers, data, okay? We have facts from, for example, scientific studies, right? And we also have opinions. How do I identify an opinion? An opinion is what a person believes. So this is very personal, and sometimes we have a lot of adjectives inside the opinions, okay? So I'm going to show you some sentences that I extracted from the reading, and you're going to identify, is it a fact or is it an opinion? Let's look at the first sentence. This one says, and this is a quotation, so that means the words of somebody. This one says, we are all changed and look forward to our next adventure, our next build, said Nancy Fitzsimmons Alvarado. Is this a fact or is this an opinion? And why? Think about that. Talk to the person next to you, maybe your mother, your father, someone next to you. Talk about it. Yes, this is an opinion. Why is this an opinion? Because it says that we are all changed. So that is something very personal. That is her opinion. And also, this is a quotation. This is what somebody said, what somebody is feeling. That is an opinion. Let's look at the second statement that I have here. Nancy Fitzsimmons Alvarado, a 1989 Peace Corps volunteer and the co-founder of the nonprofit organization Bricks to Bread. Is this a fact or is this an opinion? I think this is a fact, right? Because we have data. We have 1989, and we know for sure that in the records of the Peace Corps volunteers, Nancy Fitzsimmons was one of the volunteers. And also, if we look at the story of Bricks to Bread, she was the co-founder, okay? Now, let's go to our next one. And this one says, their mission is to support Costa Rican women entrepreneurs develop a sustainable source of income for themselves and their families. Is this a fact or is this an opinion? What do you think and why? I think this is a fact. Some people might debate about this one, but I personally think this is a fact because it says their mission. So it's probably written on paper. And that is a fact. I took that data from somewhere where it is written. That is a piece of data, a piece of information that is written somewhere. That is a fact, okay? Let's look at the next one. This one says, Brian and Nancy found a more than deserving person. Is this a fact or an opinion? Does it have an article? Or sorry, an adjective? Do you see an adjective? You see the word deserving, right? Deserving is an adjective. Now, is that a fact or is that an opinion from the writer of the text? I think that is more an opinion, right? Very good. So now that we have done all of this, I think it's time for us to begin our evaluation of today's lesson. And for this, what I have is, you already know it, the spin wheel. So let's see what questions we get with the spin wheel, okay? So, did I carry out the tasks? Yes or no? The next one. Let's see the next one. Let's spin the wheel, it's spinning, and did I pay attention in today's class? Maybe you were distracted, okay? The next question. Let's see. Was I prepared with my materials? Did you have everything there? And of course, we need to evaluate our learning. Achieved, in progress, or not achieved, okay? So let's start. I extracted specific information from written text about the project's bricks to bread, and I distinguished facts from opinions in the text about the project bricks to bread. Yes or no? I think this is achieved, right? We have achieved that, okay? Very good. So now I have, before we go, a last question for you. What are some of the values that represent Costa Rican society, okay? In this story, we can have many values, but also what are the values that represent us as Costa Rican society? Is it solidarity? Is it teamwork? Or is it hard work? Is it responsibility? Because as a society, we have a lot of different values that we can project to other people, okay? Unfortunately, our time is up. My name is teacher Jonnathan Elizondo. I'm so happy that you were here today. Remember, enjoy your weekend, but stay safe. Bye-bye.